Match a Resident.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Zach Musa again from Match a Resident, and as you know, we have 10 days left to the most exciting day of the year or the season, and that is the match week. There's also the post-match week for those candidates who haven't fully matched or did not match at all. Now, the reason I'm creating this video is to explain to you the timeline, this way you can understand the process from A to Z, as well as to introduce you to a system that is actually very, very helpful for you to use in the post-match SOAP. And I'll get that in the second part of the video. So let's dive into the timeline and explain to you exactly what to expect on this week, which is March. It starts on March 13th, which is eligibility, but the actual day is March 16th, the match day, or the match results day. So let's dive into this. So if you visit electronicresidency.com, it has a lot of resources for post-match, just in case you want to, if you want to prepare for the post-match week. If you click on the timeline, the first thing you notice is that March 16th is eligibility day. Now, eligibility is for candidates who are eligible to participate in the post-match SOAP. Now, this eligibility does not mean, since a lot of candidates think, hey, I'm eligible for the SOAP, that means I did not match. It doesn't mean that. It just tells you in the event you don't match, then you have to prepare for the post-match SOAP and you're eligible for that, okay? And also doesn't mean you did not match or that you matched in this case, okay? So March 13th will be the day when you find out if this program or if you're eligible for post-match SOAP. Now, the match week begins at 11 a.m. and that is all Eastern time. Now, between 11 to 12, there's nothing going on but you receiving the unfilled list from an NRMP R3 system. That means you need to register at 11 or log into the NRMP system at 11 a.m. and you must have already registered to the NRMP. If you miss the deadline, which is February 26th, unfortunately you will not be able to participate in the post-match SOAP, and that's because you are not able to log into NRMP and obtain the unfilled list of programs. Now, if you're eligible on the 13th at 11, you log in, you find out if you matched or did not match. Unfortunately, if you did not match, between 11 and 12, this is the best hour for you to search for the best programs because you're only limited to 45 applications during the post-match SOAP, which ends on Thursday at 11 a.m. Now, as soon as you get the unfilled list, this is where the Electronic Residency can assist you with finding out which are the best 45 programs you should be selecting in the ERAS system, which opens at 12 o'clock. So between 11 and 12, this is when you research the programs. At 12, you receive access to ERAS, which allows you to send applications or to assign applications, and that is the 45 applications limit. At 3 p.m., this is when the program starts receiving your applications because ERAS have opened that for them to see. Now, after 3 p.m., when the programs receive your applications, you may receive a communication from the programs. Even if it's late during the day, you most likely receive communication by the program, and therefore you need to be ready and available to take any calls or emails. You need to be available. Now, for those people who live in the overseas who are not available or not available in the same time zone, unfortunately, you need to be awake and make sure that you don't fall asleep, since the communication could be only provided or offered once, and therefore it's important that you are available to pick up any phone calls or emails. Now, for some candidates, they ask this question: hey, can I keep my or use my my international number? You technically can, but it's up to the program for them to communicate with you using your international number. So I always suggest that you should have a US number that would ring your phone wherever you are in the world. This way the program doesn't have to figure out how to call you, since it's very hard for the program to figure out how to dial the country code and the area code and all that. So make sure that you do have a US number if you can. There is a lot of options you can use for that. Now, the communication starts after 3. It continues next day, which is Tuesday, March 17th, all day. So you have to continue keeping an eye on the app, on the invitations. That means you have to wake up maybe early or stay up late. I don't know which country you are at, but you need to be attentive to Tuesday as well. Now, Wednesday is the offer day. Means if the program have communicated with you in the past 2 days and now they want to offer you a position, you will receive first offer at 12 p.m. To 2. So that means you have 2 hours to accept that offer. If you accept the offer, you're tied to that offer. That means you cannot change your mind. If you deny it, that offer could never come back, will never come back from that same program. So make sure that you make a very careful decision when accepting or rejecting, since you may not receive any other offers. Now, the second offer would be at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., another 2 hours offer period, and that is on the same day, Wednesday. And you have another one at 9 a.m. the next day, which is Thursday, March 19th, from 9 to 11, and 11 a.m. that's when SOAP concludes. Now, it's important to understand that SOAP will conclude at 11, but the list will get updated at 12 p.m. That means for you to communicate with programs, now you're allowed to communicate with programs at 12 p.m. on Thursday. Remember that Monday to Thursday till 11 a.m. you're not allowed to communicate with programs, or cannot initiate communication with programs, since it's a violation of the NRMP terms. So make sure that the communication with programs, for you to call the programs, will start only after the SOAP concludes, and that is at 11. And since the list will not be released until 12, you would not be able to communicate until 12 p.m. on Thursday. Now, Friday is a match day, and this day is where you find out which program have accepted you or matched into. Now, this concludes our timeline. Now, the next thing is I want to show you how the electronic residency system works, which is the 11 to 12 p.m. Hour when you need the electronic residency. And possibly you could use it from 11 to 3, since the programs will not receive your applications until 3 p.m. But the most important hour is 11 to 12. And this is when you register to electronic residency to obtain access to the system that I'm about to show you. Now, as you can see here, this is a demo. You can use that and get familiar with it anytime now if you wish. This system gives you a demo of how the system works. So if we were to imagine this is the list of unfilled programs, we're just giving you 4 codes here to use. Obviously in the post-match SOAP, you receive a list of programs, hundreds of them, that you would have to search to find out which programs are best for you. So if you would copy the code from the NRMP system and paste it in the electronic residency system and search, you would find out right away if this program is good. In this case, this program would not be a good option for you, since you don't match according to the profile I registered with, I don't match the past and first attempt. If I search another program, in this case, this program I'm good for, it will appear under my compatible programs. So that hour, you will definitely find out which 45 programs you can apply for. And remember, 45 applications is the limit. You cannot apply to more than 45. That's why it's important for you to use the system to find out which program is best for you to choose during this important day. Now, this concludes my timeline discussion, and also the system, the electronic residency system, and how it works. If you have any questions, you may communicate with us at our page, matcharesident.com, or go to the electronicresidency.com. You can send them a message and ask them any questions you have about the post-match soap. And I wish you the best of luck on March 16th, and have a good day. Thank you.
Match a Resident.